It was a long day at work. One of my very favorite managers got transferred to another site. All of our staff got together and we threw like a bonfire hot dog barbecue, and a bunch of the old staff that used to work with us came, and there's nothing quite like a bunch of adults playing hide and go seek. It was just really, really neat. I've worked for other places, and everywhere I've worked, there's always been one or two really great employees that I love working with. Where I am now, every person I work with is amazing. Sometimes I may get annoyed or frustrated or feel like things aren't going well. At the end of the day, we function so well as like a family unit. It's unbelievable. I'm so blessed and I'm so lucky to work in a place where I love waking up every day and going to work. There are some mornings when I may not look like it, but I couldn't be happier. If you find a group of people like that can make such an amazing impact on your life and really affect who you are on a daily basis. These people, I've been working with them since I was 17. They've made me who I am. Everything I know about being an adult, I've either learned from my parents or my coworkers, and they have been the best role models and inspiration and motivation. It's just nights like tonight when we all get together, because we don't get to see each other that often. We're usually working in small groups, but when the whole staff gets together and really you see those dynamics come out, and when old staff come to visit because it made such an impact on their lives and you get to see what it's like, it's just, I couldn't ask for anything more. It was refreshing, and it makes me excited to go back to work again tomorrow. I know not everyone is blessed with the ability to pick and choose where they work. I know that money comes into play for a lot of it, but man, if you can find a job that you love.
So I got a cup of coffee from Starbucks. I got hot coffee today. As I was putting vanilla powder into my cup of coffee, someone did the classic unscrew the lid trick. So when I went to pour the powder into it, the lid fell into my cup of coffee, and so did all the vanilla powder. But that's okay. I got a new cup of coffee, and I got a little shot of vanilla syrup for my coffee, so that didn't happen again. The people at Starbucks are nice. I like them. So, as you can see, the winter storm is here, and it is a brutal one. I'm actually really distraught. I really wanted it to rain. Had my peak coat, got my scarf, got my rain boots in my car, but there's no need to wear them because I don't want to be perceived as an overreacting Californian, like we mostly are. All the time. Like every day. So I just got off of my class for speech. We did impromptu speaking. If you don't know what impromptu is, it's like improv. Basically, you come up with stuff out on a whim, and we did that today, and mine was horrible. My 3 references that I used, because my quote was, live for nothing, die for something, and I used, what did I use? Oh, I used Lord of the Rings as one, and then I used the Avengers, and then my third was my favorite, was I used a reference from Doctor Who, things like that. So that's what I did this morning. Currently killing time. I'm gonna get coffee because I need it, and then I'm gonna go to work.
I know I've talked about it before, but I just finished it again, so I wanted to grab it off my shelf and discuss with you The Name of the Wind. I am an avid reader. Let me pick up this thing and show you guys. It's a mess, don't judge me, but like, that's one. It's about 3 books thick. If you open up my cabinets, books, and records, but mostly books. More books. And even more books. I spend most of my time outside of work when I'm not with Monica just reading all the books. I would have even more, but I lend them out as I finish them. Like, I have owned at least 4 copies of this book. As an avid reader, I always smile when I see other people like reading, and I've always heard other people's stories of like, gosh, man, I read Harry Potter and it opened my eyes to reading. It made me go, wow, this is what reading is. I never really had that experience. I was like, yeah, duh, it's reading. It's the bomb. Like, there's nothing better. I had 3 friends from 3 different circles all recommend The Name of the Wind to me within 24 hours of each other. Anytime something like that happens, I usually run directly to Barnes & Noble and purchase that book. Patrick Rothfuss is a genius. This book did to me what Harry Potter does to people who don't like to read. I finished this book, sat down and went, oh my God, that's what it's like to read an amazing story. I immediately then picked up the second book, which is actually even longer. These things are not tiny little paperweights. I read this one in about 3 days because I couldn't put it down. Patrick Rothfuss has created an incredible main character, writes a gripping story. He doesn't leave you wanting for anything, and I cannot wait for the 3rd book to come out, but I know that he's perfecting it, so however long it takes is however long it takes for the genius finale to the series to come out. But genuinely, people, if you like to read this. It's so good. I love it. That's really all I have to say. Tomorrow is Friday. I did put off my homework all week, so what I'm going to try to do, I'm in my last 2 weeks of class, and all the assignments are kind of like starting this week and finish it next week. I think I'm just going to either tomorrow night or Saturday do both weeks' work and then just be done for the semester. I think that's probably the best choice. Other than that, it'll be Friday, so I get to chill. Then I get to sleep. Guys, I miss the sleep. More sleep. All the sleep. Like now. Please. So for those of you that are watching, thank you. We love you. And we will see you tomorrow.